Greetings, dear listeners. Hope you're all doing well. A while ago, I uploaded a video about a paranormal experience, about a poltergeist experience I had in the building directly behind me, the haunted College Avenue campus of the University of Regina. That's the University of Regina. Regina. Now, some of you have asked if I've had any other paranormal experiences. Well, many years ago now, the lovely and talented camera crew had to move to another city in Western Canada for a year in order to complete the coursework for her PhD, which meant I was going to be home alone for a whole year. Now, while I knew I was going to miss her, part of me was really looking forward to being a bachelor again. And to that end, I filled up the larder with things that I like to eat and the fridge full of a Lucky Lager beer. Well, my first night alone went pretty well. I ate well and I drank even better. And then I topped the evening off by watching one of my favorite 1950s horror movies, The Beast from the Haunted Cave, which was on this brand new YouTube thing, which had suddenly shown up on the internet. Brand new YouTube. Who knew? Well, at 11 o'clock, I toddled off to bed because in those days I did work for a living and I had to get up in the morning. And so I lay down. I shut my eyes. I had the whole bed to myself. Oh, this is great. Shut my eyes, got comfortable, found a good spot, and then I heard the drip, drip, drip of a tap. The drip, drip, drip of a tap running somewhere inside the house. Well, I had to get up, and I went for a walk around the house, and First I checked the kitchen, then I checked the bathrooms, and no, there was nothing. I couldn't find anything dripping. So I went back to bed. Lay down. I couldn't even hear it. I couldn't even hear it dripping anymore. I lay down. I guess it was nothing. But then I heard the drip, drip, drip of the tap again. A tap running somewhere in the house. So I got up again, and I went and I checked the kitchen, and nothing. And I checked the bathrooms, nothing. Then I went down into the basement. I checked every place in the house where there could possibly be anything dripping. I even stuck my head outside the side door to see if it was raining. Nothing. No dripping. And now, again, I couldn't hear it dripping. So I said, it just must be my imagination. Maybe being alone is more stressful than I thought. Maybe I ate a little too much. I don't know. I'm just going to lie down and go to sleep. And I got back into bed, got myself comfortable, and drip, 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 I could hear the dripping of a tap somewhere in the house. And I said to myself, no, I'm not getting up. Just ignore it. Go to sleep. You got to get up in the morning. Morning comes early. Go to sleep. So I was just starting to nod off when I heard footsteps. I heard footsteps rapidly approaching down the hallway outside the bedroom. There's somebody in the house. So I jumped up and ran out into the hallway and turned on the light. There was no one there. Nothing. I thought, I must be hearing things. Maybe it's a house settling. I don't know. Warren, just go to sleep. So I lay down, shut my eyes, got comfortable, and then I distinctly heard the side door open. And a crowd of people tramped through first the kitchen and then into the living room. And I said, what the hell's going on? Didn't I lock that door? Who are these people? And I jumped up and ran into the living room and turned on the light. Nothing. No one there. Then I went in the kitchen and turned on the light. Nothing. Then I went over and checked the side door. locked. And then the penny dropped. And then the light bulb went on above my head, and I realized, I wonder if it could be possibly earthbound spirits, ghosts attracted to me because of the negative energy of my loneliness. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go back to bed, and I'm not going to pay any attention to anything I hear. And so I got into bed, pulled the blankets up, and I didn't pay any attention when something rapped. The cat rapped pretty hard there. That's not very hard either. Anyway, something rapped hard on the wall above my head. Ignore it. Something rapped twice. Ignore it. Something rapped 3 times. I said, it's earthbound spirits. It's ghosts. Just ignore them. And then a host of invisible hands began rapping on every wall and every hard surface in the house. But I told myself, just ignore them. You know, if you ignore them, pretend they're not there, they're going to get bored, they're going to go away. You have to go to sleep. And I pulled the pillow over my head so I couldn't hear them. And after a while, the tapping faded out, and I thought, yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to handle these ghosts, these poltergeists. That's the way to do it. And then something snatched my blanket off me. So I got up out of bed, picked my blanket up off the floor, and covered myself up, shut my eyes, and something snatched my blanket off again. So I got out of bed, picked up my blanket off the floor, covered myself up with it, and something went to snatch it away. But this time, I held on. And the next thing you know, I'm having this frantic tug of war with nothing. I couldn't see anybody. They were invisible. And I jank, and they jank, and I jank, and they jank, and I jank, and they jank. And it got kind of boring after a while. We were just yanking back and forth with this wretched blanket. And I finally said to myself, oh, to heck with it. You want it? Have it. It's not that cold outside. It's only September. I can sleep without a blanket. I got to get up in the morning. I don't have any more time for this. What time is it? 11:30? I don't have any more time. Well, I guess that must have annoyed the poltergeist or the ghost or whatever, because they balled up my blanket into a big ball, and they threw it at me and hit me in the face. Anyways, I straightened it out and put it over me and said, I'm not going to react to anything else they do. It's just a bunch of ghosts, a bunch of poltergeists, a bunch of earthbound spirits. They're just being really annoying. Just ignore them. Ignore them and they'll go away. And that's when I heard the crowd beginning to assemble in the living room, and I could hear them whispering, and I could hear them muttering, and I was afraid that any second they'd start singing. And then one of them began playing on a snare drum, and then a ghostly trumpeter appeared with a trumpet and began to play reveille. And I had enough. I got up on my elbows and I yelled out, hey, yous ghosts, would you kindly please shut the fuck up? And there was dead silence. Dead silence. Complete dead silence. As a matter of fact, I think I heard them get in their ghostly car and drive away. It was so silent, I couldn't hear anything outside, let alone any noises in the house. And so I lay down, pulled my blanket up, and soon I was fast asleep. And for the next year, I slept like a baby. The ghosts didn't bother me at all. Didn't bother me at all. And so, dear listeners, have you ever had any problems with ghosts? How did you handle it? Because I'll tell you something. Mortis once told me that if you tell ghosts to go away, they generally do. But, I know they're still there. Because you see, every night about 2 or 3 in the morning, if I'm up late listening to Mortis Media or Killer Orange Cat on YouTube, I'll suddenly hear the tap in the kitchen turn on for 1-2 seconds and then shut off. And I'll get up and go and look, and sure enough, there's water in the sink, but the tap isn't running. And I realize that the ghosts are still there. But they like to turn that tap on every once in a while just to remind me that they're still there and that they're being nice to me. And so, dear listeners, what do you do if you have a ghost problem? How do you handle it? Or are you currently haunted in your house? Please let us know in the comments below. And stay safe, stay subscribed, ring that bell so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. Please feel free to share this video and any other videos of mine that you would like to share with anybody you wish. If this is your first visit to my channel, my name is Warren. I write and tell original ghost stories and original horror stories about cryptids such as the Night Floaters, werewolves, and the Black-Eyed Children. And of course, so please consider subscribing. And of course, let's all stay hungry. I'm now going to ask Dr. Yes, because she got that PhD, Dr. Lovely and talented camera crew to give us a panorama shot of the beautiful but haunted College Avenue campus directly behind us. And remember, as I've told you before, if anything waves at you from any of those windows, don't wave back. They're ghosts, and you don't want to invite them into your house. Till midnight, cheers.